Time to punch some tickets to a North Half final. But first, the first state championship of 2019, Starkville Academy, Heritage Academy. It's Patriots World. Knoxville County taking on Houston. An absolute classic thriller to get to the North Half. West Point, Lafayette, Starkville, Oxford, Itawamba, Louisville trying to get to a semifinal. Highlights and scores next.
WCBI EndZone Show with Tom Ebel and Courtney Robb is brought to you by OCH Orthopedic Center, East Mississippi Community College, Carl Hogan Toyota, and Wade Incorporated.
Welcome back, and thanks for coming back and talking some of the best high school football in these United States of America. It's time to start talking North Half Final Championships. It's the best time of year. 2 more end zones left, Courtney. It's this one and next week. And that's it for 2019. Tom Ebel, Courtney Robb, back at it again on your TVs, your tablets, your phones, wherever you're watching. We greatly appreciate you. Another big thanks to our sponsors at Carl Hogan Toyota, OCH Regional Medical Center, EMCC, and Wade Equipment. Courtney, just to start off, a week so big we had to pick 2 games of the week. We legitimately probably could have had 8 games of the week, but we got to keep it a little bit. What's the word I'm looking for here?
We got to just narrow it down.
Exclusive.
Yeah. We can't start just throwing out game of the weeks at everybody, then no one has to put in any work.
I agree. So our first one of the biggest ones we've had, an actual state championship.
Hard not to pick this one,
absolutely,
too.
Between 2 area teams, 25 minutes apart, arch rivals, Heritage Academy, Starkville Academy. We talked about how this was the second time these two have met in a state championship before, the first time being 2005, Starkville Academy getting that win, but it doesn't get any better than having a rivalry state championship. That's the dream.
It's the storybook ending to your entire season as you, at least for Starkville Academy too, you lost to your rival at home. Now you have the opportunity to go on a much bigger stage, play them for the second time this season, potentially win the rematch in a state championship game. It doesn't get any bigger, and it doesn't get any better than that opportunity.
Head coach Chase Nicholson called it destiny. But if you're talking Heritage Academy, the destiny for them is just winning all the time. They've blown out everyone. They've been dominant, and they did it for one last time.
WCBI High School Football Game of the Week is brought to you by Carl Hogan Toyota in Columbus.
The beautiful 2020 Toyota Camry, sleek, shiny, beautiful. Our friends at Carl Hogan Toyota.
Covered in mud now.
Well, hooking us up. It's a beautiful car. Go get yourself one from Carl Hogan Toyota. Starkville Academy, Heritage Academy, battling for a state championship. The MAIS 5A title. Early on, Heritage doing what they always do. Carter punt to Jared Long. Breaks a couple tackles. He's off to the races. Still on his feet. They take a nice wrap up to bring him down. But Heritage Academy cooking with propane. And check out this catch from Jared Long.
Check out the throw first.
A beautiful throw by Carter, but a little bit of you got mossed from Jared on that touchdown grab. Patriots up 8-0, but here comes Starkville Academy. C.J. Jackson bulldozing his way for a nice gain in the first down. C.J. had himself a heck of a playoff. But here early on, falls inside the 10. They'd have to settle for a field goal, so the Patriots up 8-3. Second quarter, it's the moral of the story. You have to score touchdowns if you're going to keep up with the Pats. And K.J. Smith adds another touchdown with a 15-yard direct snap. It's now 15-3, Heritage Academy. Vols trying to make a big play to get back into us. Randall Futrall, a deep pass. Check out that catch for an insane gain. But the mistake would come. Futrall tipped. It's picked off by Wesley Miller, and Wesley is gone.
Eyes for 6.
Pick 6, game-altering pick 6, 21-3, Heritage Academy. And then right before the half, punt finds Sam Hannon. Nice catch, going low for the touchdown.
Low grab
it's
there.
29-10 at halftime. Third quarter, Vols trying to get back in it. Jackson bulldozes his way, gets down to the 1, but Colby Allen able to punch it in for the touchdown. So it's 36-10. Vols still battling, but it was Heritage Academy's world. It's been that way since week 1. It was that way through week 14. Heritage Academy. That is a Austin Dotson 60-yard touchdown. The Heritage Academy Patriots are your MAIS 5A state champions for the first time since 2012. Our man Chris Bolton was there. He talked to the players after the game and their big state championship win.
Tom, Courtney, coming to this game, we built it up as David taking on Goliath. And this time Goliath came away victorious. As Heritage, they cap off the perfect season, getting the gold trophy, that state championship trophy, and they win 55-10. Now, even though that's a very big margin, this game was really a lot closer than what that final score depicted. After Heritage came out and got a touchdown, Starkville Academy had a very hard-nosed and methodical drive in response. They kept feeding the ball to running back C.J. Jackson. He ended up having over 100 yards tonight as he was their workhorse. And they got inside the 10-yard line, but ultimately could not come away with the touchdown. And that was really the story of the game. The Starkville Academy couldn't take advantage of those opportunities. Meanwhile, Heritage offense was clicking and rolling on all cylinders. Carter Putt, he was spreading the wealth around to all his wide receivers as he was on his Oprah Winfrey tonight. Jared Long, you're open, I'm going to throw you a touchdown. Sam Hannon, you're open, throw you a touchdown too. And all his receivers, you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown. And ultimately, that's the reason Heritage comes away with the state championship.
I didn't do much coaching this year. These kids showed up every day. We didn't coach effort. I'm so proud of the leadership we had. It was fun years, easy. My staff went to work and the kids went to work, and that was it.
We just went in as a family knowing, man, that this is going to be the last time we got to play with our brothers and play as a team. The senior group, it's been something we've been working for since sophomore year. We came up short quarterfinals. Last year's juniors, we came up short semifinals, and this year we just knew anything short of a championship would be an upset.
The senior class, we've been working for a long time to get this one. The workouts, the 6:30 workouts, it all paid off, and it's great.
I'm proud of the road that we were on because, again, like you said, nobody thought we were going to be here, and here we are today. And it's not a fluke. It's not. We earned every step of the way. We earned everything we got. We had ups, we had downs, we had bumps, we had bruises. And when our backs were against the wall, we found a way to win 3 games straight to get here.
Great job by the Patriots as they come away with that gold ball and get that 5A MAIS state championship. And this is very great for the school as last season they got baseball and basketball state championships. Now they got the trifecta and they bring home the gold in football as well. So very good job by the team this year as they get to ride off in the sunset with that gold trophy. But for now, reporting in Jackson, Chris Bolton with WCBI Sports. Back to you guys in the studio.
Chris with the all-time end zone reference, Carter Putt on his Oprah Winfrey. You get a touchdown. You get a touchdown. You get a reception. Chris,
I love it.
With a fantastic job as always. But we're not done with our game of the weeks. Houston taking on Noxubee County for a shot at the 3A North half final.
And Houston trying to do what they couldn't do earlier this season, beating Noxubee County in Macon. That was a sack there of Darian Pulfis. Houston actually with the ball now. Pulfis this time
to Bobby Townsend.
For the first down, but that drive stalls for the Toppers. Tigers with the ball. The clock winding down in the first. Marion Wyndham on the keeper. First down, but watch him shake off these defenders. Talk about a grown man run. Not going down for nothing and not giving up in this fight. Next play, Townsend to Bobby Shanklin. Moving out to his right, gets knocked out of bounds. The yellow flag is thrown. If you didn't see that, it was a face mask on the Hilltopper. So second quarter, Shanklin with the ball again, rolling to his left this time, and this time right into the end zone while he's at it. So they go for 2. They don't get it. So Noxubee County leading 6-0. And Houston responds back not too long after that. 5 to go in the second. Townsend with the 9-yard rushing TD. The 2-point they go for as well. They don't get it. So it's all knotted up at 6 going into halftime. And man, oh man, did this game finish in the most wild of fashions that you could imagine. 3 overtimes, Tom.
It was 6-6 at the end of regulation.
It was 6-6 almost by the end of that third overtime.
It was. Noxubee County gets the win 14-12 in triple overtime. hit the nail on the head with the games of the week. My goodness, what a win by Teddy Young and company. Absolute heartbreaker for Houston as they're unable to get over that third-round hump for yet another year. Let's keep the highlights rolling here on the End Zone. West Point taking on Lafayette. Another rematch in division play. Green Wave taking on the Doors. And this one's been the story of the playoffs in 5A the past couple of years. Randy Anderson to DB Bennett. That gets them inside the 10, and Anderson with the QB keeper punches it in for the touchdown. Doors take an early 7-0 lead. But you knew you weren't going to keep West Point off the board for too long. Darius Cannon.
Hard to do.
Oh yeah, bounces outside, follows his blockers. Watch this. Scoop, whee, jumps into the end zone for the touchdown.
Somersaulting in.
West Point knots it up. It's 7-7. But check out this pitch and catch from Anderson to Kylan Vaughn. 40 yards for the touchdown. Lays out for the grab and the score. 14-7 Lafayette. My goodness. Great student section there, by the way. But after a muff punt in the third quarter, momentum totally shifts. Cannon again punches it in for the touchdown. West Point scores 14 unanswered in the second half to get the win, 21-14 over Lafayette. The Green Wave are back in the North half final. Starkville taking on Olive Branch for a chance at a 6A North half championship. Luke Altmeyer, we know what he can do with his arm, but look what he does with his legs. 30 yards, gets the Jackets into plus territory.
That dual threat QB.
And then this is the man we were waiting for, Altmeyer to Rufus Harvey. Who else?
Do you think he has his arm insured? Big question.
Luke?
Yes.
Maybe. But when you got Rufus, I could probably throw in touchdowns. Starkville on the board first, 7-0. And then, well, you can't do this against the Jackets. Justice Robinson breaks off a tackle.
My gosh.
Look at the gang of Jackets to lead him to the end zone for the touchdown. Pick 6. That's your ball game, folks. Starkville advances to the 6A North half final, 20-13. Jeremiah loves it.
Well, how about this matchup between South Panola in Oxford for 6A playoff action? The Tigers controlling the ball for most of the first quarter. Second drive, no score. Cameron Wright picking up a first down. Still no score yet. Second quarter, same drive, switching ends. Draper tosses it, deflected into the hands of Chargers lineman Day Gross. The Tigers turned away after that. The Chargers now deep in their own territory. John Marr keeping it himself, gets a good run before he's pushed right out of bounds. And then Marr finds Jalen Eggerson on the crossing pattern, picking up another first down. But folks, the story of this game was that, and you know we hate to see it, no points were scored in the entire first half while we were there. We hate when you do that to us, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, Oxford picking up the win, 17-7, saying adios amigo to South Panola.
Little Egg Bowl for the North half. Louisville going on the road at Greenwood, a mud bowl. This one had shades of the North half of last year between these two teams. Michael Foster looking for any kind of running room, but look at the mud. My goodness, there's like a swamp out there. Greenwood defense showing up, and here's Foster up the middle. Bounces off tacklers, bounces off his own men. He is almost gone, trying to break one, but tripped up. Be a tough night for Louisville offensively. Their only points would come on a block punt. Greenwood eliminates the 4A reigning state champions 14-6. They'll be a new state champion in Class 4A.
One of the biggest heartbreakers of the night. Spoiler alert, Itawamba AHS against Corinth. I wonder if you can guess what happens. Corinth up 3-0 early. Dontavius Sheffield dropping back to pass, but winds up losing his grip on the ball, so Itawamba comes away with the turnover. They take advantage this time. Quarterback Damian Sistrunk punching it in on the QB sneak. Indians leading 7-3. The Indians we know and love in the lead. The Warriors looking to answer. Sheffield rolling out, connecting with DK Gaines.
It's crazy. The ball was in the air and he's calling for it. The ball was already there. What a throw by DT.
Just trotting into the end zone there. Corinth now up 10-7. And check out what happens on this next play. Just moving out, cutting up, bouncing his way, falls on it. It's recovered in the end zone, Tom. The Warriors coming away 17-10 at the break, and Corinth ends Itawamba's undefeated season.
44-31. Corinth is a buzzsaw, too. That's going to be a heck of a matchup. Taking a look at some of the brackets. Here really quickly in 4A, Corinth and Greenwood, Poplar, Lawrence County. That's your North and South half finals in 4A. In 5A, West Point taking on Neshoba Central. Neshoba Central defeating Lake Cormorant, and then West Jones Picayune in the bottom half. That's going to be a heck of a football game in the South half as well. And then 6A, how about this for some rivalry football? Oxford Starkville, Little Egg Bowl, the same week as the actual Egg Bowl. Does it get any better than that?
Oh.
And then Petal and Oak Grove. Our man Chris Bolton, Oak Grove alum, he'll tell you there's a huge rivalry game between Petal and Oak Grove for a shot at the 6A state championship. But coming up next on the End Zone, well, we thought we were going to be talking about Choctaw County, possibly jumping into the north half on the road at LZ, but Mother Nature remains undefeated. When you're talking a little too much rain, we'll talk about that here in a minute. Calhoun City, East Webster go on the road. Could both of them meet in the north half final? Find out here in just a moment. And then a little bit later, would we see the Cross Creek rivalry for a shot at a state championship appearance? Highlights and scores next. Welcome back to the End Zone. Northside taking on East Webster. The Wolverines having to go out to the Delta to take on really a dominant Northside team, and Northside continued in this one.
Oh my
East
gosh.
Webster unable to get much going. The interception there, it looks like. Yeah, interception for East Webster. The defense playing well early on, but the offense couldn't get much going. Northside's given up 20 points all year long, make it 28. As East Webster, heck of a season for Ron Price and company. They fall to Northside 42-8.
Calhoun City traveling to Charleston to take on the Tigers for some 3A playoff action. First quarter, the Tigers coughing up the ball deep inside their own territory, so Calhoun City on the recovery. Calhoun unable to punch it into the end zone. They would have to settle for those 3 points there. And that was all Calhoun City would get in the entirety of the game. Unfortunately, the Wildcats.
Charleston scored 1 touchdown, and that's all they would need.
The final score, oh man, folks, you really hate to see it.
6-3. Man, tough loss for the Wildcats on the road. I was really hoping to see that East Webster, Calhoun City North half. We were hoping to talk about Choctaw County, but this game was postponed due to the weather. It's now been changed to tomorrow at 4 p.m. The game will be played at Mississippi Valley State, so we'll see what happens in 3A coming up tomorrow. But taking a quick look at the brackets, Charleston Northside is your north half for 2A, and Taylorsville Scott Central, Taylorsville Philadelphia. That legitimately could have been your state championship right there in 2A South. But no more WCBI area teams at a 2A. Courtney, you hate to see it. In 3A, again, Noxubee County sitting there waiting to see will they face Amanda Elzy or Choctaw County. The difference with this one is if Choctaw County gets the win, they would host the 3A North half final. I believe Noxubee County would have to go on the road if LZ gets the win in that one. And then Columbia and Jeff Davis County meeting in the South half of Class 3A. Coming up next on the End Zone, talking more playoff football. Could we see that Cross Creek rivalry in the North half championship, or would Baldwin play spoiler? Could the Bearcats ruin Winston County parade? And Gordo and Pickens County, the last 2 West Alabama teams left, one would advance to a semifinal. Find out next. And let's talk about it. Coming up a little later, we recap all the brackets. Who will compete for a shot at a spot in the title? Coming up next.
Welcome back to the End Zone. Quite the match between Baldwin at Nanawarrior. Starting things off, Davian Turner keeping it and taking it 22 yards.
Show off,
on the
Devin.
End Zone, yeah.
Show off.
Turner on this next one completing a beautiful touchdown pass right into the hands of John Stokes.
John or Shy Moore could have caught that touchdown. They're both hanging out there.
Nanawarrior up 14-0, and then Turner again going deep to Tylen Glass. Touchdown, Nanawarrior. Oh man, death, taxes,
and Nanawarrior
Nanawarrior.
W's. Playoff W's.
Just 42-14 your final. Nanawarrior getting the job done.
Great season from the Bearcats. Let's recount
Throw in money.
Thursday. Well, I'll tell you who's money. KD Carter for Noxapater.
This is true.
6 touchdowns on Thursday night. That was his first one. 4th down for Biggersville here. Quentin Knight to Zay Davis for the touchdown. So it's 8-6. Noxapater on top. But you have to see this one. Raheem Hawthorne. My goodness. Grown man run. Full of the fixin'. Dressing, no stuffing. Gravy on his mashed potatoes. Steak medium rare with no steak
Covered
sauce.
in butter with how easily he was slipping out of
My
those.
goodness, a grown man run for Hawthorne, and Knox Pater will meet Nanawaya in the North Half Championship.
Let's go,
Knox
Wa.
Pater with the win, 49-26. We'll look at the bracket here in a second. Gordo on the road at Mobile Christian. Green Wave trying to stay perfect here for the Lepers. They get on the board first. Kaysen Licky to Toller Keegley. Touchdown. Leopards on top. Gordo
That
would
man
answer
is
though.
eating his Wheaties.
He would, you'd hope. Tanner Bailey to Ben Caps, wide open for the touchdown. They would connect one more time, but Gordo falls on the road to Mobile Christian, 41-21. Pickens County, the only West Alabama team left, they defeat Spring Garden 31-24. They'll take on Mars Hill next week in the North Half Championship in 1A out of Alabama. We'll look at all the brackets one more time. We'll look forward to next week, the final end zone. We'll put a bow on the show next. Welcome back, folks. Let's take a look at these brackets one more time. Nanawaya, Knox Pater, Lumberton, Rickton. That's your semifinals for 1A. In 2A, for 4A, whichever one you got, throw them up there. We'll just run through them. Well, we do love 1A. In 4A, Corinth and Greenwood, Poplarville, Lawrence County. That's your semifinals for 4A. In 5A, West Point, Neshoba Central, West Jones, Picayune. 6A, rivalry slugfest, Oxford, Starkville, Little Egg Bowl, Petal, Oak Grove in the south. Then in 2A, Charleston, Northside, Taylorsville, Scott Central. And in 3A, Knoxville versus TBD and Columbia taking on Jeff Davis County. We'll find out Choctaw County and Amanda Elzy coming up tomorrow. My win of the night, Heritage Academy, the first state champions for our viewing area in 2019.
Knoxville County, you know.
A big shout out to Alexander and Tiffany Gibson watching the end zone from Washington State. We appreciate you. We love you. Everyone that makes this show so great. We'll do it one last time coming up next Friday. We'll see you then. Bye. It was so good. We aren't leaving yet, but we'll see you again next week. Bye.
WCBI EndZone Show with Tom Ebel and Courtney Robb is brought to you by OCH Orthopedic Center, East Mississippi Community College, Carl Hogan Toyota, and Wade Incorporated.